Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Phases Life Vibes. I am your host, Invalette Sunshine, and I'm so excited to be with you guys this evening. Unfortunately, we had to cancel our coronavirus interview. Our essential worker, Nurse Rochelle Cunningham. She had to go to work. She's working about 60 plus hours a week. She was supposed to be off today and she had to show up for those people. So, Rochelle, we understand. We'll be right here when you're ready. We've already made plans to reschedule this interview. But I just wanted to stop by and let everyone know that I didn't abandon them and Rochelle didn't run out on us. When duty calls, that's what her calling is. And she goes, she has to be there. So I appreciate everyone that was going to tune in and hope that you still will tune in when she's able to come back. I was listening to the news today and they're wanting to open the country back up. And some people want that to happen and some people are paranoid. And I believe, for me, I just think that things are going to be very abnormal for a really long time now. This is a deadly pandemic that we're facing, and it's scary, and that's the time in these times that we need to call on our Lord Jesus Christ. And this is at the time that our faith is tested. They say that there's no cure for this, and they say, they just don't know. It's like I don't know what's going on. What is this? Where did this come from? And how do we get it under control? Like it's totally gotten out of control. And people have lost their lives and are still losing their lives, are in ICU fighting for their lives. The country is still closed. Like we're still practicing social distancing. They're still saying don't leave your house unless it's essential, like you have to go to the store and get food or something important, or that you're an essential worker. And if you go out, wear a mask, put your gloves on, take the necessary precautions. And I don't see that happening a lot. Like I see people doing it, but I feel like it could be done more. I was listening to a lady on the news and she was just like, open the country up already. Let us just get back to our normal lives. It's going to take forever to get, a vaccine that will work, just like the flu, So what do you guys think about that? Leave me your comments below after viewing this. I just feel like you have to always be precautious now because it's real. It's really happening. People are really losing their lives. I just feel horrible when we had to see in New York them digging a big grave for multiple dead bodies and just putting them in that hole. I feel for the families. I feel so sad that they had to die alone. And so it's a pandemic and it's a deadly thing. And all we can do is what God gives us in our control. And that's listen to the CDC, wear our mask, stay home if you can, stay home. But if you have to go out, wear your mask, put your gloves on. I know you want to be with family. And it's like, oh, it's my family. But even around family, you have to be careful and do the things that they're telling you to do. It gets tough with kids having to be in the house, trying to teach them, make sure they're getting their schoolwork, working from home, cooking, taking care of your husband or your significant other, and then taking care of yourself. It's a lot. But again, it's in these times that our faith is tested and we have to stand strong on what we believe. Whatever your higher power is, it's time to get close to your higher power and pray and believe and trust that this did not take God by surprise. It did not take him by surprise, and it's not too big for him to handle. So we have to believe in that, and that's what we can stand on. And then try to stay in good spirits and try to take this moment to get closer to him and bond your family together closer than ever before, because family is so important. But I just wanted to stop by really quick to say that Nurse Rochelle couldn't be with us tonight. She did have to work. She's in Texas and she's doing a mighty good work, and we ask and pray that God covers her and all the essential workers. My sister is an essential worker who goes in that place every day where they have been tested, and a lot of them were tested positive. And then so they have them on one wing, and then they have those that tested negative on another wing. But it's still a risk. But when I talk to my sister, she's like, I'm not worried, God got me. And what else, and in addition to that, is that people that work in healthcare like that, I feel like they have a calling for that. And so that's what they feel like they need to do. And we've even asked my sister, and we feel bad for her, but we was like, you just need to quit. Just quit and go home. But she was like, I can't walk out on those people. And she did share with me that there was a death that one of her patients she was taking care of passed away. And she gets really close to people that she takes care of, and that really hurt her. But I just asked for prayer for her too. So prayer for all of the essential workers. And when we say essential workers, we're not just talking about the doctors and nurses. Yes, we're talking about them, but we're talking about the firefighters. I heard today on the news that a firefighter has in one location has the symptoms, and so they all have had to quarantine. And firefighters they live together 24 hours for 24-hour periods at a time, but everybody else is fine. So not just the doctors and nurses, but our firefighters, the police officers, people that work in restaurants, the people that work in grocery stores, open for us to be able to go buy food for our families. So it's a lot. It's a test of faith, but all that I know to do is to pray to God, to trust God, and to do the things, to use our five senses and to abide by what the CDC tells us to do. So again, Rochelle, if you're listening, we understand you don't have to apologize for not being here. There'll be another time, and that's just more experience that you can share with us. Take care of yourself, and thank you for taking care of everybody else that you take care of, that you risk. You have a family of your own, and you still go out there. Same thing I tell my sister every day. But we're praying for you guys. But stay tuned for tomorrow. Natalie will be here. She is on the front lines as well in a hospice situation. And we know those are high-risk people. So this will be a really good discussion tomorrow. We'll get Rochelle back. And then I also have another guest that's going to come on something different. So we'll just continue these interviews and bringing you information. I appreciate you being here. If you're new, welcome. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It's written in red. Just hit subscribe. A bell will pop up. Hit that bell twice, and you will be notified every time I post. You guys, take care of yourself. Respect yourself. Respect others. I'll see you soon.